Hey, Shalom. This is the brother Ba. You're back here once again. Before I get started, like always, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachahakwadash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the whole full elect. I'm going to title this lesson, Are You in This Just for a Reward? Yeah, that's what I'm going to title this. Or something like, Are you doing this just for a reward? I want to read two scriptures back to back to start it off. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. The book of Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. It says, And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servant the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So the scripture let us know that the Lord is going to give a reward to his servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to all of them that fear his name. Right? This is the book of Revelation. We're going over to the book of Revelation, chapter 22, staying in the book of Revelation, but this time chapter 22, verse 12. And behold, this is the Lord speaking, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Now, we read these scriptures about a reward, about the kingdom, about glory, about praise, about receiving, riches. And a lot of times when Jake come into the truth, they make that the sole reason or the sole foundation or basis as to why they're in the truth. And that's not a good thing to do, all right? You should never do anything just for the reward. Because the reward, of course, is going to bring you comfort, is going to bring you praise and honor and glory. But what have you learned during the process, right? What did you observe? What did you attain, all right? And what things did you work on to get to that point to where you got the reward? Right? And see, that's the beautiful thing about Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. There is no shortcuts to getting to the reward. There is no back door you can go to. Like he said, he is the door. He is the way. There's only one door. Because in the world, people who want a corruptible crown, let me use the music industry for an example. They want the reward, all right? They want the fame. They want the praise. They want a Grammy or whatever. And a lot of people, they take shortcuts. They go through back doors. A lot of them are not talented. They got other people writing their songs. They got all type of voice effects, making it sound like they can sing. And they do all this stuff just for the reward. But they didn't grow as an artist, all right? And as they get further and further within their career, they realize all of it was vain, because what did you do with your life besides just want to grasp for fame and glory? You didn't work on anything. You didn't improve yourself, all right, in any aspect. Now, going back to the truth, it's not a good thing for bros to just always focus on the women they're going to get, the slaves they're going to get, the throne you're going to get. What is the reason that the Lord put us in captivity, right? That's what you need to focus on. Why does the Lord have us being subservient, being slaves unto the Edomites? Why are we here? Why did the Lord cast us off? Why did the Lord spread us to the four corners of the earth? Why did he make us the tail and not the head? Why did he allow the heathen nations to get up over us? Your sole focus shouldn't be doing this work, this ministry, just to receive a reward, all right? You should desire righteousness. The Lord is looking for those who are really trying to renew themselves, build on themselves, work on themselves to get, to work on themselves to get to as much righteousness as they can on this side. That's how I'm gonna phrase it. All right? To achieve as much righteousness they can on this side, because none of us are perfect. None of us are going to be 100% super Israelite that never goes off. No. But to desire righteousness and to work on that, all right, day in and day out in sincerity is what the Lord is looking for. Do you desire a righteous kingdom? Do you desire not just a woman to be subservient to you and a woman to be in order, but do you desire for men to be able to control their lusts? All right? Do you desire a kingdom where men are not operating off of pride and ego? Right? You got a lot of guys in the truth that still don't work on their pride and ego. They don't work on their patience. They don't work on their temperance. They don't work on their charity. They don't work on their humility, and it shows. It always shows. And a lot of times you just observe guys, but most and foremost, you have to observe yourself and examine yourself that you be in the faith. A lot of guys lack faith. A lot of guys are still carnal. When situations arise, they don't trust in the Lord. They trust in carnal means. A lot of guys don't even know what it means to be a Hebrew Israelite. A lot of guys don't understand why they're in this ministry. And a lot of guys don't understand why they're in captivity. Because they're just going through the motions. They're not working on themselves truly. They're not learning what this thing is really about. All right? A lot of guys haven't even learned to be slow to speak. They're always the first ones to say something, got to be heard. Right? Why? Because you have the reward on the forefront of your mind. All you concerned with is getting out of slavery and ruling and having riches. When the ministry and the truth in Yahweh Shem Shai is so much more than that. Right? Why did Adam and Eve get kicked out of the garden? Paradise. Why? Let me get Matthew chapter 5. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5. This is Matthew chapter 5. And I'm going to start at verse 1. All right? This is the Sermon on the Mount from Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. And verse 1. And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain. And when he was set, his disciples came unto him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are the poor in spirit. All right? Let's keep reading. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Right? Why are these people poor in spirit? Why are these people mourning? Are they mourning just because they want a lot of women? They want to sit on the throne and bust people upside the head with a rod of iron? Let's continue reading. Verse 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. What does it mean to be meek? Let's get the etymology of meek. A lot of guys read that scripture and think they know what meek means, but they don't take the time to really grow into meekness. This is the book. This is the etymology online. The word for meek, and it says gentle or mild of temper. Right, humble, unassuming. Right, so mild of temper. A lot of guys is in this truth, and they cannot control their temper. When situations arise that piss them off, their temper flares the fuck up. And of course, if a man has a problem with controlling his temper, it's okay for you to slip and fall. Just man fall 7 times, and you have instances where you may lash out and this that, but when you look at yourself and you take time to examine yourself and you see that you've been in the truth for a plethora of years and you still don't have no control over your temper, you still getting mad and up in arms over the same little things, then you haven't been working on yourself, man. And that's just the truth. That's just the point blank truth. So gentle or mild of temper. It says, blessed, let's continue reading back in Matthew chapter 5, verse 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Verse 6, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Right? So you want to be thirsting for righteousness to be put on the earth. You want to be thirsting for yourself to be made righteous in perfection. That is what your main desire should be. Your main desire shouldn't be to be just sitting on the throne. Of course, we all want a scepter and we want to rule. We want fame, we want glory. All right, that's the desires of a man. All right, especially a man in the flesh. It's really riches, and then sitting on the throne. That's really the desires that you have in the flesh. But it's spiritual gain to that too. But the spirit desires righteousness over everything. All right. The spirit can go without having sex with women. It's your flesh that desires that. Right. That's one of the pleasures of being in the flesh. But your spirit desires righteousness. Your spirit desires to perfection in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right. Now, when you get that word righteousness, right, in the etymology online, I mean, not etymology, the concordance in the blue letter, it says, points I want to pull out is, right here it says, the doctrine concerning the way in which a man may attain a state approved of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So you want to attain, right, a state that's approved by your Creator. All right, you want to get to a state, you want to get to a level, you want to get to a point in this ministry, a point in this truth that's approved by your power to say, okay, I like what I see in that man. I like how that man carries himself, right? Just like I brought out the carnal analogy of a musician that has never attained any musical attributes or any musical skills. They took shortcuts just to get the reward. But then when it's time for them to teach somebody else, you know, how they got there, or try to bring somebody else up in that field, or try to, you know, lead somebody else down that path, they don't know how to teach them anything musically. All they're able to show them is the back door. And that back door leads to corruption and wickedness and ultimately destruction, right? So in this ministry, you want to concern yourself with desiring to get to a state that's approved and acceptable to your Creator, all right? The next point in the concordance is integrity, virtue, purity of life, all right? Rightness, correctness of thinking, feeling, and acting. Let's get that word integrity. Let's go to etymology online. Let's get the etymology of integrity. And it reads over here in the etymology online, it says integrity, innocence, blamelessness, chastity, purity. That word chastity is very interesting because the scriptures talk about the servants of the Lord being likened as a bride, right? The virgin bride waiting for the bridegroom. Blamelessness, right? The elect, the 144 are going to be found what? Let's get that real quick. Let's get 2 Peter chapter 3. And I'm going to start at verse 12. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. It says, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of our power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Right? We look for the day of the destruction of this place, to when Yahweh Shah is going to come back with the angels and set up the kingdom of heaven, right? And you're going to sit on the throne, right? You're going to get a crown, right? Verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. See, we want the new earth and the new heaven to come, not for our own glory, vain glory, but because we desire righteousness. All right? We desire the moral ways and the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to be instilled throughout the earth. We truly desire that. Verse 14. We don't just desire that just because we mad that we can't get women on this side, whoever has that problem, or we don't got praise and fame on this side. That ain't why we want the Lord to come back. We don't want the Lord to come back for our own vain aspirations. We want the Lord to come back because we truly desire righteousness, and we truly desire a kingdom that's built upon truth, purity, right? Verse 14, it says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, right? You're looking for these things, right? You're looking for the kingdom to be set up. Be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless, right? So you have to be diligent. Diligent in what? The ministry. But diligent in also what? Rehearsing the righteous acts. And the righteous acts is not just the feast days. The righteous acts are the fruits of the Spirit. Charity, temperance, patience, right? Long-suffering, humility, right? Steadfastness, growing in the faith, truly believing, okay? Next precept I want to get, touching on being blameless in the sight of our power. Let's go to the book of Philippians. Let's go to Philippians. Let me see. Philippians chapter 2. Let's see. Let's get Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." And when you're working out yourself, when you fear something and you tremble at something, you're going to do your best to not do anything that your power will not be pleased by. All right? If you know you did something carnal, or you did something that's not appeasing to the spirit of power, to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, you need to rebuke that and grow at that and fight that and continue to, chip off on that weakness and impurity as much as possible so you can be found without spot and blameless. Verse 13, Philippians chapter 2, verse 13. For it is Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Verse 14. Do all things without murmurings and disputings. Verse 15. That ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as the lights in the world. All right? So that's how you be found blameless, man, in the sight of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So going back to Matthew chapter 5, verse 6 again, it says, "Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy." All right? Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. The sincere, not just in this for vain aspirations, vain glory, praise of men, all right? But truly desiring the righteousness of the Lord to be instilled and filled throughout the earth. Verse 9, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sakes, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." All right? A lot of times Jake always want to speak up for themselves. "Oh, you speaking up, this wrong. Y'all need to hear me out." You already got a mediator. You already got somebody being an intercessor for you to the Most High. You ain't always got to speak up on your case. All right? Verse 12. "Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." So yeah, you received that great reward. But that great reward is for those that are sincerely desiring the righteousness of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to work within them and work throughout the earth. Now, let's go over to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, since we desire to be kings and lords and to rule on Yahweh Shem Yahushua's earth. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 1. "Hear therefore, all ye kings, and understand. Learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works and search out your counsels." So yeah, the Lord is going to make us sovereign, self-sufficient. He's going to give us power, but he's going to first try our works and see if they be acceptable and worthy. All right, verse 4. "Because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged aright, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of Yahweh. Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places." Right? Let me go down to verse 9. "Unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak, that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away. For they that keep holiness holy shall be judged holy." Let me read that again. "For they that keep holiness holily shall be judged holy. And they that have learned such things shall find what to answer. Wherefore set your affection upon my words. Desire them and ye shall be instructed. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. She preventeth them that desire her, in making herself first known unto them. Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his doors. To think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom, and whoso watcheth for her shall quickly be without care. Right? Let me go down some more, verse 17. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. So you want to be able to discipline yourself before you get put on the throne. If you don't have no discipline over your weak points and your lust and your vain desires, if you don't have no discipline, how can you rule other people and teach them discipline and have a society that's ruled upon discipline? That's why society is not disciplined now, because Esau is not disciplined. All right. He was a child left to himself. Okay. Verse 18. And love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption. And incorruption maketh us near unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If your delight be in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore. So if you desire thrones and scepters, honor wisdom. What is wisdom? Let's go over to, let's see what the wisdom of Yahweh Shemel is. Let's go to the book of James. Yeah, the book of James, chapter 3, all the way down to verse, let's start at verse 13, okay? James chapter 3, verse 13. Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom. There goes that word meek again. But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not, and lie not against the truth. All right? The wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. And the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace. So, that's what your mind should be set on, all right? The fruits of the Spirit, all right? And then the rest of the riches will follow after that. That's what it means to seek ye first Yahweh Shemel Shah, and the rest of the things shall be added unto you. So, yeah, I want to do a video touching on that today, Lord willing, that was edifying. Until the next time I say, Shalom.